to another episode of the Toon in 10, brought to you by the Toon Network. My name's Adam, and that's Vince, and we're here to talk about yet another win.
Is that 8 on the bounce now in all competitions?
8 or 9 possibly.
8 in the league, 9 in all competitions.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's matched Kevin Keegan's record as well. 10 would be unprecedented against Blackburn this weekend, but we'll look forward to that. It's a very special episode, this one, Vince. It's my birthday episode.
Birthday tomorrow, so give your likes, give your shares. He doesn't want presents, he would just like likes, shares and clicks.
Social engagement is what I'm looking for. So thanks, guys.
He does get it from his family as well.
But anyway.
It means more online, it means more from strangers. You're not strangers, you're friends. You're part of
the network.
You're part of our ring. Well, you can't really use the word ring, can you? Like, as a group of people, that's like got a bad connotation, hasn't it?
It does, yes. And we're a network. We're togetherness, sharing.
Not a ring of people, a network of people.
Network of people.
Don't want people saying they're part of the ring. It's, Operation Unity.
Underground ring.
Operation Unity.
Right, enough of underground rings. Let's start the first half, shall we? With a look back at Leeds 0 and Newcastle United at 2. Timer at the ready and go. Well, I'll be honest with you, we both missed the live version of this game, or at least all of it, because we were both attending the same wedding. But I did catch the first half live.
It wasn't our wedding, it wasn't.
No, we're not. I mean, we do like each other.
You like Ron.
But yes, I did catch the second half later on. But again, it kind of didn't matter how we played, but I would have taken a draw, as I think most people would have.
Leeds have been in good form, and Elland Road's a tricky place to go, particularly when that crowd, who've been a bit like we've been for a while, starved of success and big teams for so long, have us come in. Do you remember a couple of years back when Leeds bought an absolutely amazing away following for the League Cup title?
Oh, yes, yeah.
So the Leeds fan base, good, give them credit.
But Monk's got them playing really well, and actually, from what I saw on Sunday, they genuinely give us a test. It was maybe 2-0 flattered us slightly. I mean, it was quite an even contest, but I think it was, as Rafa said in his post-match interview, we sort of peppered them for the first half an hour, but then after that it was kind of
weathered the storm.
They were gung ho with us, and we were maybe a little bit similar to the end of the Cardiff game when we were kind of under the cosh a bit, but we just sort of held our nerve. And I think again that kind of form is so important when you're actually going for the title, and it's just scraping out these wins and 2-0. I mean, the 2 goals. The first one, obviously, Rob Green's dropped another plopper, hasn't he? He did it in the the World Cup.
Was he going for the cross? Was he going for the pass to Gale, or was he going for the lob into the goal?
Callback?
Yeah.
No, it would have been a cross that just went wrong. It's callback, so yeah. If it was Shelby, I'd possibly give him.
It was almost above his head going.
Yeah, I think it's massively wayward.
Well, that's what, to give Green a little bit of credit, that's what put him off a little bit, because it's almost
because
like,
who would imagine callback would have a shot from...
It's like playing poker. Sometimes the real professionals say they don't like playing novices because they can't predict what they're going to do. It's like callback, you don't know what he's going to...
Well, that's it. And I think what got him was the fact that he lifted his hands up and then he felt the bar.
Yeah.
And then that kind of was like...
It was like a reaction.
But Gale, the poaching, to just on his heels all the time, and then, I mean, that's why he scored as many goals as he has this season, because it's just anticipation, it's positioning, it just...
Did you feel sorry on Mitrovic though?
Yeah, a little bit. I love Mitrovic, but you know what it is? It's a really nice problem to have, and whoever starts, I'll be happy with either of them, because they both score and create, and that's what
I think Gale's the better finisher.
Yes, I'd probably say that, yeah.
Imagine if you could combine the two though, if you had
one
the physical
complete
presence,
striker.
Be like, oh, unbelievable.
Like having someone like Shearer playing for you.
Yeah, to have that physical strength and the aerial ability, but
then
instinctive.
But hey, that second goal as well. The pass and move, the call back to Anita, to Perez, back to Anita, across and finish a goal. It was liquid football. It was absolutely amazing move. I mean, the old cliche of that's Barcelona, you'll be raving about it. But yeah, it's against Leeds. It's in the Championship, but it's a sign of Rafa Benitez's influence on the training ground. The
I think Darlow deserves some credit.
Oh, he kept us in it, absolutely.
I think Dallow's cemented his place as the first choice now. I could see him being given a bit of time, even if he has a fluff. I could see him being given a bit.
Well, I saw some chatter today about Ghent and Belgium wanting to take Sells back on loan.
Wouldn't surprise me at all.
Which I don't know. I mean, I think Sells got a little bit hard done by.
But I think
think
Darlow got hard done by. I don't think Darlow deserved to lose his place at the start of the season.
No, maybe not. Maybe not.
I thought he did enough last season, even when we went down.
But I still think our best keeper last season was Elliott. So we've got, and he's back in training now. So we've got that. Look, he's got a decision to make, but it's a nice problem to have. But I mean, once again, we're rotating our squad, and even after an international break where you could pick up injuries, we've got plenty of internationals in the squad. We still go out and churn out a result like that, and we go into another home game against Blackburn. Very winnable one.
Blackburn are looking abject. They're looking dire, aren't they?
Oh, absolutely. And then after that we go away to Hull in the quarter final of the AFL Cup, and next couple more wins. I mean, we might not get through the cup, but reach the quarter final as it is.
Be nice to get a semi-final against the proper I'm not saying
Hull
aren't going to be a Premier League team this time next year, rather.
No, probably not. No, I think the squad is too threadbare to survive, to be honest. But so that's a real opportunity there. But again, just another amazing week. It continues.
5 points clear after 17 games.
It's 5 points clear, and then we're 9 points clear of the automatic.
Most of the big teams in inverted commas as well.
Yeah. Look, well, it's very early to be getting too comfortable.
But you've got to get the leading goal scorer.
But you get past Christmas, you get up to about February, and if we're still in a similar position, if we've extended, it's all about that distance between first and third, really. If we've extended that gap of 9 to say, if that was 15, if that was 15, 16, you'd be like,
yeah.
It would just take a
Rafa
miraculous capitulation.
Liverpool, he's just like, game done. I can't remember who they were playing, but like that famous clip where he just goes, sticks his hand in his pocket. Talking about Rafa, I do believe we're talking about him second half, aren't we?
So stay tuned for more Rafa bants after this.
Rafa bants.
Hello, and welcome back to the second half of the Toon in 10. Right, so we promised we'd be talking about Mr. Benitez. So let's just crack on, shall we? 5 minutes, timer on the ready, and go! Well, there was a bit of a rumour this week, wasn't there, about West Ham possibly being interested in our new messiah, Rafa Benitez. And how did he respond, Vince?
He went on a tour of Newcastle. All the North East has to offer. He went to the Newcastle.
He went to the Newcastle.
He went to the Angel of the North.
He did.
Gateshead. So
he was meeting some chainmail lads.
Chainmail lads.
Wasn't he? The guy with the helmet on and that. Went to Cathedral as well. Yeah. Like, this doesn't look like a man who's looking to uproot anytime soon, does it?
I don't think he would. I think if he did want to leave us, if he wasn't committed to it long term, the time was the Championship. Now, even if he hadn't gone straight to a club of West Ham's stature, he could have sat nicely at home. He's a multi-millionaire many times over, doesn't need the money. He could have sat nicely at home and waited for a cushy job to come up anywhere in Europe, because they always will come up. The managerial merry-go-round as such, there will be a job that comes up. So he didn't have to stick with this, and I can't see any base to it. I mean, if there was a very big team came in, but equally...
Well, for a start, Bilic is still in the job. And secondly, it's not even... I think even if an even bigger club than West Ham, he's got something... Look, he's been there. He's been at Real Madrid, he's been at Liverpool, he's been at Chelsea, he's been at Napoli.
Valencia as well.
He's been at Valencia. He's been at some huge European clubs, and what he's got at Newcastle is kind of like money can't buy. It's this connection. I mean, it's like at the 5-1 against Tottenham at the end of last season, when everyone was chanting his name. It was his daughters. I mean, he obviously felt that. He was just like, wow. And it was his daughter said to him, "Look, you cannot walk away from this." And he knows there's something special here. And look, He's in the Championship, man. He wants to be here. He chose to be here. I don't think it matters who was to put a bid in, honestly, because he's got something that he's got this. It's job satisfaction, isn't it? And it's being content in life, and he's got something that he does not. He's got control and a bit of power, which is really good. I don't think he cares about the money.
He's seen what happens at big clubs. At Liverpool let him go and replaced him with Roy fucking Hodgson. Think about that for a second. Just think about it. And I think he was at Fulham. Liverpool got rid of Rafa and replaced him with Roy Hodgson.
Well,
come on.
Yeah.
You've seen what happens. Real Madrid got rid of him. Fair enough, they did win the Champions League after that.
But yeah, I mean, again, he's got something in Newcastle he hasn't got anywhere else. This autonomy, but the amount that he's invested in the community, in the club. We talk about it all the time. But do you just think this is
the young lads match, didn't he?
Yes,
Him and the backroom staff about 7-8 o'clock at night went to watch some young kids playing.
Yeah. He breathes it, he loves it. But is this just another example of media, rumours, and other fans trying to derail us? I mean, it's you got the story. I think it was in the Sun about Gail having 4 teeth knocked out on Jamal Lascelles' birthday night out or whatever. And yeah, I mean, I think if he had 4 teeth knocked out, he might have maybe a slightly bruised lip or face, or just
punch someone that hard knocks 4 teeth out. Well, he's not going to be playing, is he? He's not going to.
Absolutely not.
Play in a couple of days.
You're going to get some significant tissue damage. So, that's probably complete bollocks as well.
But I think it's a sign that we're not.
We're getting under people's skin, aren't we?
If people are wanting to write about us like that, we still are a massive draw. Who's writing about Burton Albion? Who's writing about Norwich or Villa in the same sort of sense?
Nobody.
We're still a massive draw, even when we're in the Championship. And we have value for the Championship.
I think Burnham Post have just released an article tonight, and it was like saying Villa under Bruce versus Newcastle in the same time period, and it was like they're using us as a benchmark of like grand success, and it was like it's really flattering when you get fans complaining, you get sort of media saying, well, this is it. They're just like, enjoy the Championship, it's not going to be as easy as you think. And then the same people are kind of saying, oh, look, it's only the Championship, so of course you're doing well. It's brilliant.
Which manager, I think that we played recently, basically said Newcastle shouldn't be in the Championship, we're not a Championship club. So
was it Simon Grayson?
I think they excused their performance by saying, well,
what do you want me to do?
What do you want me to do? And it's a fair point, we should never. And it just shows what McLaren did to us. We should never. I'm not disrespecting Championship teams. 52,000 stadium, fan base, top 20 richest club in the world. Rafa Benitez is a manager. We don't belong here. Do you know what I mean? We don't belong here.
But let's just enjoy the ride as it happens and let other clubs get pissed off by us. And I must say, I've got to say this. A good friend of mine is a Leeds fan. I've got big time for Leeds as a club. I think historically great club. We had a great rivalry in like the 90s and a couple of great sort of 4-3s, I think, in the Bobby Robson days as well. So got a lot of time for Leeds. But Danny, fuck you, mate. Get in. We'll see you soon. Right, well, I think that's about it for another episode of the Toon in 10. We've got Blackburn to look forward to the weekend, followed by Hull in the Cup. Oh, it could be magical. It could be magical.
I went to university in Hull, so it's,
I did. So there's I actually didn't go and see Hull once, although I did go to a.
Were they not playing like the Ryman's division or something back in those days?
No, that was still probably about 3rd tier, but actually the closest I got to the KC Stadium, or the KCOM as it's called now, was to a car boot sale on a Sunday in the car park of the stadium. And I remember buying, I bought a fake rusty samurai sword for £1. So I was just walking around with this sword at like 10 a.m. Like, just with a sword, no one's batting an eyelid. It's just Hull, everyone's just like, huh? Yeah. It's just like, what is this place?
Wow.
So that's the closest I got to the stadium. So very jealous of the travelling support there, because oh man, I'd give anything to be there. Absolutely anything to be there, I think. And I don't think they're selling out though. they've given us a really shitty allocation, and,
I know,
and they haven't. I think they're closing one of their top tiers because they're not going to fill it.
They've done that on purpose because they want to try and quell the support.
Yeah, it's just trying to dilute ours, isn't it? But hell, well, I think they've opened up home support tickets just to anyone. So I think there'll be a fair few Geordies in there.
Take
anyway.
your samurai sword. Protection.
But anyway, fingers crossed, and we'll give some reaction after those games anyway, and see where we're at. It could be a pretty special week. But anyway, thanks very much for watching and for listening. I've been Adam. That's been Vince. You've been watching the Toon in 10, brought to you by the Toon Network, and we'll see you next time. See you later. Bye-zy bye.
I was doing jazz hands there. It's full on, isn't it?